wrapped up in my sleeping bag, looking out the window at Aaron's house as the sun is beginning to creep over the horizon. And the trees are silhouetted black against the emerging blue sky with the fading stars up in the sky. And I think to myself how much I hate Aaron because he's got it fucking made with this fantastic house of his, this nice little piece of property tucked away out in the backwoods of South Dakota. God, I fucking hate him. I hope he dies. I hope he dies of syphilis. You piece of shit.
So we're going to be doing a new series here because let me explain to you how this is going to work. It has taken a long time for me to get to a place of stability. I think many of you have that problem as well. Millennials, Zoomers, you all been lied to. And it is a fucking nightmare uphill battle just to get to normal. Whether that's affording a house, I don't know, getting your car fixed right the first time, being told what the correct thing is to study, just basic 101, simple, daily functional life. And there are many reasons why this is increasingly difficult. The primary one is you're all lied to about how to attain success, how to attain stability, and all that. But as you guys know, I've been, if you've tuned into the channel a little bit, I've gone on about the mistake economy, how due to poor quality products, predominantly coming in from China, but also made domestically here, and poor quality people, the ones we raise to not do their jobs, is having a much more damaging effect and providing a hurdle to you attaining normal standards of living. Because if people don't do their jobs right, then all the money you spend on whatever it is doesn't result in the thing getting fixed, the building being built, the widget doing the widget thing it's supposed to do. You waste your time, you waste your money, you have to spend more time, and it's not good for your mental health. Puts you in a follow mood. One of the many reasons Americans are in a pissed off mood right now, because shit don't work and people are doing their job. And whereas I kind of saw this happening years ago, but it became very pronounced to me when I had to build my house. And I knew contractors and carpenters and tradesmen are just, as we all call them, sister fuckers, because that's what they are. It became really like, oh my God, they didn't do this right. They didn't finish that. I have to do it. And then also I started noticing this happen in mechanic shops. Now I'm all for learning your own mechanics, doing your own thing, fixing your own car, saves you a lot of money. But if you're kind of like me, an older guy, all of a sudden your career takes off or you got a family, you have to start outsourcing things. A lot of things like, I want this sandwich made a certain way. Jimmy John's will never get your sandwich right. I'm trying to think of something. I need the air conditioner fixed. I don't have time to do it. You pay someone to do it and they don't do it right. Well, mechanics is one of those things. We're going to talk about Pep Boys of Lakeville, Minnesota. Not the Pep Boys franchise, because that would be unfair. I haven't gone to all the different Pep Boys in the nation. So I want to point them out because this new thing, I've been watching a little bit of Louis Rossman. I am so sick and tired of fucking corporations not doing their fucking job. I'm sick and tired of the incompetence. I'm sick and tired of the attitude. I'm sick and tired of the outright lying. And all it boils down to, what it finally boils down to, you could call it incompetence, it's theft. It's fucking theft. I give you, what was it? Robert De Niro, fuck you, pay me. Or Captain Malcolm Reynolds. I do the job, I get paid. This simple fucking transaction that an increasing number of people and employers do not fucking get. And I'm done with it. I'm done because unbeknownst to all these cocksucking motherfuckers out there in the world, whether it's academia lying to you, whether it's corporations not doing their tradesmen, guess what, motherfuckers? I'm finally, my to-do list. We're back to normal. I'm back to normal. Finish the houses. Finish this, finish that. All the vehicles, I'm done with all this crap. damn near 70%. I've talked about this with the mistake economy. If you go look at the economy, 70% of it isn't new production. It's cleaning up other people's mistakes. Well, I'm done. I don't need to interact that much. Oh, yeah, I got daily stuff I got to do. I got daily chores, but I'm done. And now, with the extra free time, I'm not going to be like Louis Rossman. He's way bigger than me. I'm going to go after every motherfucker that fucked me over. And we're going to start with Pep Boys of Lakeville, Minnesota. I guess we did start with American Family Insurance. Did we do it? That was another one where I had to spend at least 2 months of labor during summer. Why would I like to enjoy my summer? By the way, don't go with American Family Insurance. That was one where I'm like, holy fucking shit. The one thing you really need to work when it has to work, insurance, because it's an emergency. Emergencies are called emergencies because they emerge with urgency. Dicking around on their phone with their completely F-tarded customer service. Well, we're going to go I'm going to expose every one of you motherfuckers that I run into. Not because I even necessarily want revenge. It's not even that. What it is, I want to save you people from wasting your time. I want to save you from wasting your money. And maybe, just fucking maybe, these dipshits in corporate America will get their fucking heads out of their fucking ass. And it's not even customer service. It's do your fucking job. Because if communally, as a nation, if we don't start doing this, your economy is going to collapse. Let's start. Very simple. There was an alignment issue with a car. I got it in Minnesota. The reason I have a car in Minnesota is so that when I fly over there, we don't have to rent a vehicle. We can go visit different family, friends, whatever. I found a cheap car, fine. I go in, I think it was Youngstead's. I had it, a brake job done. We take it out, rumbling. I'm like, that's odd. They didn't do it right. I don't have time to figure it. I don't have alignments. We go to Pep Boys. Lakeville, Minnesota, Pep Boys. Right there, fuckers. Right there. And by the way, this is secondhand because I'm traveling around. The GF has the car. So now, if I remember correctly, it's at least once, but most likely twice. It goes in for an alignment. We get the car back. It's not aligned correctly or something. It's still shaking. Go back. Oh, you need a new tire. So they already screwed up once. Oh, it's a misdiagnosis. Now you need a new tire. Your tires. Okay, fine. Get new tires. Get new tires. Now, by this time, the GF has come back to, I believe, the Southern Command. All right, we have friends that are going to go pick up the car, but people are busy. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. She does pick up the car. Car is still shaking. Car is shaking a little, but then the tire is flat the next day. That's what it was. It was shaking at first, then the tire was flat the next day. It's like, oh, did you get a puncture? What ended up happening? Now, thankfully, GF has some brothers who could diagnose and say, oh yeah, it's leaking. You know, you do the Dawn detergent, the soapy water. It was coming out by the stem, the valve. The valve wasn't installed correctly. So we got to they screwed up twice. So we take it back, or they take it back. It's now the GF leaves, and now we got to wait on the kindness of our friends to pick up the car when it's ready. Well, they say the car's ready. It's like, yeah, we're not going to be able to get it a day or two. Give us some time. I think 3 or 4 days go by. Hey, when are you going to pick it up? When are you going to pick it up? Then they threaten to tow it. Now, let me explain something to you assholes down at the Pep Boys of Lakeville, Minnesota. You're the ones that fucked up twice. I want to know, whoever makes the decisions, I don't give a shit. I want to know, are you aware that you screwed up twice? The only reason the car is there is because you screwed up twice. And maybe you ought to shut the fuck up and let the car sit there a little bit. By the way, for those of you who are wondering, Lakeville is not some densely packed inner city town where parking comes at a premium. They got a whole fucking mall to essentially park the vehicle at. So there's no real reason to tow it. And I wonder, it's kind of like principals in the public schools where there's a zero tolerance policy for guns. And then a kid, if you remember, he ate a Pop-Tart to make it look like a gun. And instead of having a human being there to actually lead and manage and make decisions and judge, it's just, nope, here's the policy. Well, that's a gun. I don't know. They expelled the kid or gave him, put him on double secret probation or something. The point is, there is no human being to make reasoned, logical, and mature evidence decisions. There's a robot or an NPC, and you got to look at them like, really? You can't look at this and say, hey, we fucked up twice, and now we're going to tow it? Now, I got shit to do, and I got to hear about this fucking bullshit. I'm in Vegas, by the way. I can't do anything about it. And of all the shit people got to deal with, people are trying to work, people trying to get out of debt because they went to the schools because the teachers told them, hey, you should go major in dick sucking studies. Oh, I got an $80,000 degree, and I'm sorry, lesbian black dance therapy, 18th century dick sucking studies. I can't find a job. And you think people got time for this bullshit? One, do you think we have time for your incompetence? And two, do we think we have time for this bullshit? I got to know. I just want to know. And so right now, it will not pass. So here's the deal. If you need some kind of auto repair in the Lakeville area, all right, you're probably not going to want to go to Pep Boys of Lakeville, Minnesota, because they'll probably screw up your car, requiring you bring it back once or maybe even twice. And then they're going to, if you're like slightly inconvenienced because of their ineptitude, because of their incompetence, because they fucked it up, they're going to tow the vehicle. I'm not making this up. I got how many witnesses would you like? And I don't care who the fuck is in charge over there. Fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you. I think Americans were getting a little fucking tired of this bullshit. We're getting sick and tired of you incompetent motherfucker, wherever you are, whether it's McDonald's, auto repair, we're done. We're done. All right? And you're going to pay for your ineptitude. You're going to pay for stealing our time. Fucking towing the car. So there you go, boys and girls. I'm no Louis Rossman, but by God, I'm going to make sure you assholes pay. I'm going to make sure you assholes at thieves pay more than you cost us. I am done with this fucking bullshit. And we're going to keep doing this and doing this and doing this. I'm going to call assholes out. And I'm gonna make it your ineptitude, your thievery, your laziness, your sloth, whatever it is, your general fucktardedry is going to cost you if people cross me. And by the way, I got a list. I got shit to there's people, not individuals. Well, I mean, I guess everybody's an individual, but Cappy has several places he has to do revenge. Some of which are going to take a little bit more of a back scene, kind of do some research, hunt some people down type of shit. But now that hey, boys and girls, Cappy ain't on the ropes no more. My life is back to normal. All the projects are done. And now it's time to go after you fuckers. So there you guys go. Pep Boys, Lakeville, Minnesota. Go fuck yourself. Do we have any super chats? Drew, $5. Ron White had a bit about when he got his tires changed at Sears Auto Center and he drove out onto the highway and the wheel fell off. Yep. I've heard it where there's oil change places. I'm not going to say which because I don't know which one it happened. I don't want to disparage any particular one when it didn't happen, but they didn't put oil in it. I was there now. I think, yeah, the guy came back. He's like, there's no oil in the car. Damn. Best and brightest, most educated generations ever. It is going to get to the point where, and I've talked about this before, where I'll speak to men, but ladies, you're going to face it too. I just fear you won't do anything about it. You really are going to have to like do your own mechanic work, build your own house. I think the future is going to be like these prefabbed homes, and you're going to have to learn to install it. A young man or young woman today, I'm not joking, at 14, you should just learn all the different trades so that by the time you're 18, you can at least inspect and audit people's work. You really have to babysit these assholes. You have to like, okay, let's inspect it. Let's go over it. No, I know you're of the zillennial type and you were brought up on emotions and feelings. You all have mental disorders. I got it. I know you got pink hair. You got your tattoos. That's great. Let's go over this. Is there oil in the engine? Well, I told you guys the story, right? I had my car fixed up. It was an older car. Needed all the seals replaced. They left a fucking piece of wood in the engine bay. And then it didn't really catch fire, but it started smoking. I'm like, and it was cedar, so it smelled very nice. I'm like, why does it smell like a campfire? And then I pulled over, and sure enough, there's smoke coming out. These are fucking children. You have to deal with them like they're fucking children, because they are. And, hey, we can laugh about it where, was it Ron White? His wheel fell off. That was threatening. That's risky. That's dangerous. A piece of wood going up against the, thankfully, nothing really caught fire. It was fine. A stem valve that leaks, that's okay. But what if no engine, no oil in the engine? Now you're talking serious damage. I don't know. Do mechanic shops, do you care? Like, think about it. Just think about it. If you don't put oil in the engine and it gets destroyed, don't you think you're facing a lawsuit? I like is quality, not even quality, is fucking 101 common sense. Is that even a thing? Like, you think long term. Eye rolls, therefore I am 10 Canadian bucks. I used to train the new people at work. I would tell them, if you can get your eyes and your brain to function at the same time, the bosses will think you're a genius. America's become so stupid and fucking lazy. Just showing up on time and doing your job right and doing it right the first time. It is so, this is why I'm not totally sympathetic with boomer bosses. I'm like, yeah, I get it. But it's never been easier to walk in and start making $20 an hour, depending on where you live, cost of living. I'll show up on time. I'll show up sober. I'll do the job right. That alone. Heck, I got a narrator who he's narrating my latest book. Dude, if you do it right, where we don't have to edit the fucking files, you can have your choice. You could be the next narrator, because authors are sick and fucking tired of having to go and edit. Like, dude, do I want to edit audio files because some F-tard screwed up the decibel level or the kilobytes per second because they didn't follow specs on Amazon? No, I don't. But guess what? Pretty much had to do it. Except for Jack Napier. Jack Napier will do it right. And all this time lost, all this fucking time lost, all this potential GDP lost. The game of life, $5. My time is my business and my money. When you waste my time, you mess with my business and my. Right. This is my life wasted. Now, I had to deal with this on a certain level. All right. It was more girlfriend and other people having to waste their time. I'm fucking sick of it. Fuck you. My time is not your time. So I pay you. I gave you the fucking money, my time in the form of fucking money, and you fuck shit up, and then you. This one pissed me off. Like, next time I go pay a visit, maybe, just to say hi. There's also it's the same thing why I try to warn kids about worthless degrees. I don't want you guys wasting your time and money. I don't want you having a dangerous car on the road. So I'm going to point this shit out. I don't know if it's hubris or arrogance, but just the fucking idea or their attitude. Like, we're going to do a shit job. Oh, not our fault. Well, you'll find out soon enough. You'll find out. All right, there you go. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. You'll see some of this more in 2024. I think we should all do it. Everyone, 2024, you get on Yelp, fucking review these assholes. Get in their fucking face. Make their life miserable. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.